when I did a video and I was talking about speak positivity over your life, right? Some people may see me. And the book of life is a roadmap. It's your own personal GPS. Everybody can have their own book of life. It's just your notes that you write down and you preparing it. Because I always say people be out here operating, and they be operating and they be floating because they don't have no purpose and no plan. They don't even know what they're doing. Like you'll have a dude be like, damn, I'm in the streets. What you in the streets for? You have a dude talking, man, I'm trying to get money. What you trying to get money for? You have a person talking, I'm starting a business. What you starting a business for? I always believe in the list. The list is 3 and 10. You got who are you? Who are you trying to be? How do you get there? And the reason I say that is the who are you part is the hardest part of life. Because when you look at the mirror and you strip down and you having a conversation with self, you got to really be realistic. You got to be brutal with yourself to say, I'm a liar, I'm a cheat, I'm a thief, whatever you may be. Because you're never going to be able to say who you want to become because you got to deal with the hard facts of who you are right now. Because you got to be able to see, because you might be a person that just gamble, I'm a gambler. So because you got to say, where do I want to become? Because now it's like, who are you? Who you want to become and how you get there? In order to get there, you got to have a real conversation with yourself. So the book of life was something to me just saying, I established who I was. I'm an inmate, I'm in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's the facts. The facts is not always, you know what I mean? The facts can help you because there's motivation in the facts, especially when you lose it. If you're receptive to reality. A lot of people just be floating out here and they don't be able to tap into reality, and that's why they be losing. Like because so once you establish who am I, who I want to be, and how do I get there, and then you write 10 things under that about this is what I got to do. So the book of life was just me talking about real life. When I get out of jail, I'm gonna do this. I'm going here. I can't wait to go to the store to get this. It was just simple shit, but it was simple, but it was for me. But it was a roadmap for me because everybody say they want to get money. What you want to get money and do? So once I took the book of life, I walked out of the penitentiary. I started preparing myself for the life that I wanted for myself. See, a lot of people out here say to themselves, they be like, oh man, I ain't got this, I can't do this. I ain't got this, I can't do that. I ain't got this, I can't go there. I didn't see it that way. I had to become a millionaire before I became a millionaire. And the way I did that was, I used to go downtown Philadelphia, like say if this was my city. I'm living in my grandma's middle room at 37 years old. I got like a few dollars to my name, $1,000 I put on the bed plus a couple $100. I don't have too much. So I used to walk around the whole city from like the ghetto all the way downtown, whatever, just to save money. And I would go in the best hotels, restaurants in the city, and I'd go in there and sit there and just order a hot tea from the bar. I need a hot tea with a to-go cup. Sit at the bar, I'd be like, this is the type of place I need to be at. See, I wasn't no longer thinking about hood royalty and a hood pedestal. I was thinking about the world global pedestal. So I would go downtown and I look on the computer, go down there, I set up an appointment to go visit one of the most beautifulest condos in the city. And I didn't know that once I learned that they can't turn you down for an appointment or a walkthrough, they ain't checking your bank account. Oh, I said, damn, I want to go see that. So I'm in top flight, condos doing a walkthrough, like ready to get the plot. Yeah, I like this. I can put my TV right there. Now listen, I ain't got $75 in my pocket. Okay. Got my book bag on, and then I leave there. I go to the Benz dealer. Yeah, I like to test drive that. Test driving the cars, and because one thing that was important to me was my imagination. See, prison fortified and protected and nurtured my imagination. See, because if I was out here living real life, the ups and downs of life, it would have deteriorated my imagination. Why do you think people, by the time they hit their 30s, they don't dream no more? People stop dreaming. Like for you young brothers out there, I don't care what happens. Don't never let go of your imagination. Now what's going to happen to y'all is, you're going to have family members, you're going to have friends, you're going to have associates that's going to abandon their dreams and try to lean that shit on y'all. Don't let them push that shit on you. Don't let them be telling them, oh no, you can't. That's why I was speaking on earlier in that video when I was saying, speak positivity on your life. But make sure you speak positivity in your kids' life and don't be tearing your kids' dreams down. Because sometimes in our life, some of the people that's going to go at us the most is going to be people that we love. Because sometimes it's hard.
Amen to that.
It's hard to see people win that's close to you and you never won. Like you're not going to have too many. You don't have a lot of losers cheering for winners. Like, it's a sadness into them, especially when you're coming from the inner cities of America. It's always going to be a clash because it's going to be like, you know, if you're looking from a competitive mind and you ain't looking from a brother sister mind, everything that you see outside of yourself is going to be competition. It's going to be, you know, you want to go up against instead of saying, hold up. You mean to tell me? Hold up. Your mom was on dope. My mom was on dope too. You went to college. You got a degree. You one of the head managers for Chase. Oh shit, I could do that too. That ain't how it always happened. It's the part of, it's a notification that's not on the phone that come up, and some people see it like, hold up. Your win is just notifying me that I ain't do shit with my life. And sometimes it's hard.
Facts.
Like some of y'all gonna grow up, y'all gonna go to college, right? And y'all gonna come back from college. I'm pretty sure the brother go more. Y'all gonna come back from college, y'all gonna talk different. Y'all gonna have a different outlook. Y'all gonna eat different. Y'all might even dress different. The conversation might be different. And you gonna have people say, man, you want some bullshit, man, you think you changed, you want some Hollywood shit, right? Because you gotta be patient with them and be understanding that they never went nowhere. So they still operating on some shit that y'all already expired out of your mind, and now y'all approach the life. Because the neighborhood, in order to help the neighborhood, you gotta leave that neighborhood, get your game up, and then come back and sprinkle some game on the neighborhood. You can't stay in the fucking neighborhood and come and raise the neighborhood because all you know is some neighborhood shit. And you gotta be real mindful because some of y'all gonna leave, y'all gonna go to college, but y'all gotta be really fucking mindful that y'all don't take the neighborhood with you. Because what'll happen is you'll go into an environment where the environment is worldly. The environment is next level. But you'll still be on the neighborhood shit, and a lot of times you young black men, us, we got this thing of walking around and having ignorance and the street mentality as a badge of honor, like we own that shit. But there's no need for ownership in that because ain't nobody never monetized that shit. It's unmonetizable. That whole mentality of I'm a real nigga, I'm this and that, that shit don't mean nothing nowhere. I ain't never see no real nigga put no bank withdrawal in and get no withdrawal for being a real nigga. Real niggas die and go to the penitentiary and have views. See, a lot of these dudes can't tell you this shit, and I can tell you, and I'm speaking from a different space. I'm not speaking from a space of no spectator. You can't teach what you don't know, and you won't leave when you don't go. I got 30-something homies that's dead. Another 20-something in the penitentiary, they gonna get out when they die. When they die, their funeral, that's when they gonna make release. I'm not telling y'all some shit based off of some dude, you know, that was some squeak. No, I was in it, man. And I was in it, that's why I'm so quick to speak on it in a way to let y'all know, oh, Neff, that shit ain't cool, Neff. No, don't go that. And I'm trying to, and I share my story with y'all so y'all can learn from my story and don't live my story. Because a lot of these dudes, I'm gonna stand up and tell y'all this shit. These niggas suckers, they gonna tell when they jump off. Yeah. I'm just telling you get it from a dude that stood 10 tall under adversity of the street code of America. And I'm not saying it in a braggadocious way, but what I did is I took accountability for the shit that I was on. I wasn't telling on nobody based upon I didn't want to accept responsibility for my participating in the street culture, that ignorance. I stood down and said, okay. I went inside and you know what? I gotta get my life together. I wasn't in jail, I was in Yale. I wasn't in prison, I was in prison. I wasn't in state pen, I was in Penn State. I wasn't gonna get my game up together so I could come back and give it to our community and give it the game. Now look at it. You see what I'm saying? The dudes I used to look up to in the street game, some of the greatest dudes, y'all, man, that shit cat, man. A lot of that shit be cat, man. So what y'all doing now, getting y'all education, being up under some mentorship, some men that's really living by the books every day, that's what we've been losing in the community. And I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. And I know it's gonna be pressure, but y'all got a lot of responsibility. Y'all got responsibility to come back, and I'm gonna say you some shit that a lot of people can't tell you. Y'all got responsibility. Some of y'all gonna come back. Some of y'all are not gonna come back to the city once y'all get y'all degrees, once y'all go to college, because y'all gonna be exposed to other things. Y'all gonna be pulled in different directions by job opportunities, by the women y'all might meet, by friends y'all might get pulled. But some of y'all don't understand that it's a lot of y'all responsibility to not only come back and grab your brothers and sisters and expose them to living, but some of y'all gotta come back and be the mayor. Some of y'all gotta come back and be the police chief. Some of y'all gotta come back and run the fire department. Some of y'all gotta come back and run the political system, the political structure, you know what I mean, to be able to say, you know what, hold up, I don't like the way, hold up. Why are we not getting a shot at these houses? Why the red line in this one? Some of y'all gotta come back and put some shit in order for our people to see a better day.
Some of y'all gonna see it that way, and some of y'all gonna say, you know what, fuck all that, I gotta do me. That's cool too. You ain't entitled, you don't own nobody shit. But we gotta start looking at why you going to school and what change you gonna make to add value to the world. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all own this of tomorrow. Y'all own the future. Y'all, and a lot of y'all can't see it because our environments told us that we was nothing. The media told you was nothing. All that shit is cat. You see what I'm saying? We come from extraordinary people. We built pyramids with no cranes. Harriet Tubman was a black woman that got us out of there. Ingenuity. She ain't had no motherfucking phone with no GPS and no map. So that says something about who we are and the blood that runs through our veins, but you gotta understand it. That's why you gotta go get some education on yourself so you can know where you come from, who you come from, and where you're going at. See, the only reason I'm able to make it out and to do what I needed to do, because I started educating myself and I got tapped into who I was. And I let yesterday go. And that's all y'all just gotta stay focused. And I'm telling y'all, I see y'all with these shirts and I see y'all looking proper. Keep that. The look is the hook. You understand me? So when you walk in certain rooms, the way you look, your mannerism, look people in the eye now. Look them in the eye, tell them who you is. And you won't run into people that's gonna try to downplay you because of the way you hear it. Nah, I'm him. I'm that guy. I'm that shit. I'm that nigga. You gotta be like that. Even when you ain't got the finances, even when you ain't got the wardrobe, even when you ain't got none of that. Confidence, man, is something about that shit, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I done walked in these people's room and told them this and that. How much you need? I need 25 million. That's how much me and Gil need. You understand me? Oh, Lord, okay, let's figure it out. Send the stuff over. I didn't walk in and tell myself, oh, I ain't could you shit. I'm in this room right here. I'm in this room right here. Right, it's Amazon, right? So I'm in this room right here because I'm that fucking nigga. I'm not in this fucking room because I'm thinking of who I know I'm the shit every day. And I know why y'all got me here because I hold a place in culture.
Yeah.
You understand? I got cultural trust. And I push this, and I push the deal. So I know why we already in this room. So we ain't gonna play no games while we in this room. Even when we gonna do it, I'm gonna go get it though. I'm gonna get it. But I know who I am now. Fuck me being in the penitentiary for 20 years and another 5 on that in juvenile. That shit was just my university for me to get my mind right and come out here and show these people the way. But long as you got that satellite in your pocket, that phone, can't nobody tell you shit. Because everything is in it. Anything that you want to look up, this ain't like back in the day. Back in the day, our people was running on some dumb shit. Oh, vote for this person because of that. We just looking at commercials. Oh, we gotta vote for what's the name because they said it. No. You go Google motherfucking life. Where they was born at, what they eat, what they like besides draws they with. You can find that shit. ChatGPT and all this shit. I'm just being straight up now. So don't never let nobody lean that shit on you, and don't never let nobody tell you because you ain't black, you can't do this or that. That's bullshit, man. Don't listen to the television. It'd be a lot of bullshit coming down the timeline. And through the media, you gotta do your own personal research. But I'm just saying that to say this. Y'all got a shot, y'all gotta know y'all shot. But every chance y'all get to go to somewhere different, go. Like my man, he went to Atlanta, he went to Atlanta, there was so much greatness going on because, matter of fact, now, when I got out of the penitentiary, my brother from another mother was living in Alpharetta, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. He drove me down there from Philly. I go down there. I stood outside of the mall because I was lost at first. Got me a hot tea. I stood outside of the mall for like damn near half a day. I'm sitting there, and I kept seeing all these black people getting Lamborghinis and Ferraris and shit. I thought they was about life for a minute, right? So when I realized, I said, oh my God. Atlanta was so beautiful for me because I've never seen our people win on that level. That shit was that shit was unbelievable, man. And the only reason I went there is all the TV shows when I was in the penitentiary, it always had the Georgia Beach at the end. Like, I'm like, what are the shows that they in Atlanta? So I said, I had to see if this shit was real. Because everybody was living the life they down there. I'm like, and I went down that joint, I seen that shit. And I'm talking about, and I would ask people, excuse me, so what you do? I do real estate. Excuse me. So what you know? I'm a financial advisor. Excuse me. It wasn't just rappers.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, what we got to do is we living in a time now when we got this phone where everybody want to be popular. Let me tell you something real important. The coaches last longer than the players. Stop trying to be a fucking player all the time. Everybody want to be the court, just want to be entertained. Phil Jackson had Michael Jordan and he had Kobe. Michael wasn't playing what Kobe was doing.
That's right.
The coaches last longer than the players. We got to start getting the executive started. I had a conversation with Don C one time. Yeah. We were somewhere in Chicago.
Don C, give it up for Don C, y'all.
We had this event. And me and Don, and somebody on social media, somebody on YouTube, we had a conversation about our community need more executive starts. We need more lawyers. We need more bankers. That's why a lot of us can't walk in the bank and get no fucking loan, because ain't nobody looking like us. We go in there, we got businesses, we got this shit. We go in there, they not even looking at our applications. But we got some real shit going on. So we need some of y'all to start sliding up in there to start understanding the journey, because like I always say, you can't teach what you don't know, you can't leave where you don't go. So you gotta understand, yeah, that's just, she need that loan. He need that loan. We need to start running that. Stop looking at being fucking rappers. The lifespan of a rapper, that shit is short. You only gonna get a little moment. You get this little moment, and it just pop, and then they go. You got 36 months, you might, then you cold. Y'all know as young people, y'all jump off an artist room. Oh, he cold, now he going, he's over. Motherfucker ain't got 18 months with y'all.
That's what canceled.
You be living an unloyal fan base. So how do you become a record label? How do you become the manager, the production company? How do you become Tyler Perry? Start there. How do you build your own network? You can play the game, you can master the game. How do you build the game? Like that's what y'all need to start really tapping into. So y'all own the mark on another level. Because one thing I know, if y'all want nothing, one thing I know y'all want some fucking money. Only way you gonna get money is through this. Not this. See, a lot of times we go in the neighborhood and I'm gonna be tough. But Bruce lost at the end of the day. All that brute shit, all that tough shit, you lose. But I don't want to keep. I'm gonna let you ask some more questions. I go out black out, get my bag.
Oh man. Hey, give it up for Wallow.
The blackout.
You just went in the zone. I love it. I actually want to